So we start out with melted chocolate and a silpat and your mold, a scraper, and a spoon or spatula. If your chocolate's melted enough and you would like to, you can pour it into the molds, into the cavities. I'm using a spoon for more control because there's a few pieces of chocolate that haven't melted all the way. Hollow molds, I think, are great. They look more professional to me. Kind of reminds me of those Easter eggs that you get that are hollow and you bite into them and they're hollow inside. I think that's kind of fun. But other reasons why you might want a hollow mold is in case you didn't want the kiddos to be eating that much chocolate. These frogs are kind of big, that would make them pretty sick. And then you can save that chocolate for another project. In this case, my daughter we used a game with these chocolate frog molds for her Harry Potter party, and we had slips of paper inside of them. So that was nice to have that. Okay, tap down the mold really, really good. There's a lot of detail on these molds, so you want to make sure that all the air bubbles have risen to the surface. Flip it over, let the excess rain out. This is my favorite part. And this is also your chance to look at bubbles in the mold. You can stick your finger in there and pop the bubbles so you don't have any pockets or chocolates. Not gonna get into there. Smack it out. When do you think you're happy with it, turn it over and see. And we're going to scrape it clean. You don't have to use a scraper like this. You can just use any flat spatula, metal. Try to get it as clean as you can. A clean mold is clean. Yeah, a clean scraped mold means a clean mold. If you don't scrape it clean, it might leave messy mold. Stick it in the fridge for 5 minutes, or 10 or 20 until it's set. Hey, look who it is. You were waiting until I was leaving, weren't you? 5 minutes, or 10. When you think it's ready, this is what it's going to look like. See that gray part right there? That's where the chocolate has separated from the mold. If it wasn't ready to come out, it would be very brown still. And I didn't turn it all the way over because I didn't want them all to fall out. Last time I did this, all my frogs fell out when I turned them over. So I'm using a pan this time. We'll see how many come out. Yeah, most of them. Here's what they look like inside. They're hollow. Now we're going to put the back on. Some more of that melted chocolate. Make a nice thick trail along the side of your silpat. I'm going to show you something that happened here. Right there, see that? There's some pieces of chocolate that haven't melted all the way. It's just leaving a not clean trail there. Anyway, not a big deal. Make a nice thin swipe, and then you're going to take your frogs, or whatever shape you have, and stick them in there. Wiggle them in there and sink them all the way down to the bottom. You don't want any pieces that are above the line of the chocolate puddle that you made. Wiggle them in there nice and good. You're basically going to turn these frogs into one piece. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, let that set until it's not shiny anymore. Take a knife on this side of the knife, and you're going to score around the outside of each mold. If you wait less than 5 minutes to do this, if you were to try to make this trail with your knife as soon as you put the frogs on there, chocolate will be too wet and it won't make a nice clean line, and it will be hard for it to release later. If you wait too long and the chocolate's completely set, you won't be able to make a track in there because the chocolate will be set and it will just crack. So you gotta wait a nice amount of time so that you can make a nice trail with your knife and it will actually stay. So wait until it's just set. Nice. We got some goofy kids. I'm getting a little bit of clumping on my knife just because I could have waited another minute or two. You're basically making a perforated edge on these. Okay, so when you're finished, let it set completely all the way until it's crackable now. Then you're gonna take your scraper, slide it underneath. I just wanted to show you how easily these frogs pop off. You literally could just lift them off of the sill pad, but this is just another way to do it. There you go. Nice and shiny chocolate frog. The bottom on it, it's nice and hollow inside. Super duper fun. Like I said, you literally could take these frogs, just peel them off of the sill pad. They would pop right off. But if you're worried about them breaking as you lift them off of the sill pad, or your wax paper or whatever you're using, this is another way to do it. And it helps to release the extra chocolate around it that you cut away. You can see how that perforated edge that we made really works. Okay, pick one, cut it open for you guys so you can see inside. Little frog. Oh yeah, it's kind of fun. There you go. See you guys in the next one.